Hello,
And
everybody.
clap.
We have a class. Yes, we have a class. Celebrate your difference, and it's me, Haris Omanovic, and Lorelei. Aeby is with me. She is living in Switzerland at the moment. How are you, Lorelei?
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so happy to be here and so grateful. It's amazing.
So somehow we were choosing this subject together. Celebrate your difference. We met with Lorelei. How long ago we met? It's maybe almost like 1.5 years or something.
I guess it's more. It's at least 2 years.
It feels like more, but it's maybe like
Yeah, it feels like lifetimes.
So Lorelei is one of these like very special people that I know on this planet, and I'm very happy that I can have class with her and that she can contribute to us, so we recognize this planet differently, maybe. So somehow we have chosen this title together, or you suggested it. I don't remember exactly. Probably you said
something psychic, like at the same time. Yeah.
So what means this title for you?
To me, this title, it's really like, so maybe this is also like a story of your life. Like before Access, I knew I was unique, and like unique and different, that's like a synonym, but one is more like positive judgment and the other is like negative. So growing up, I knew I was unique, and yet I felt different. And then when I came to Access, somehow I have made peace with the fact that I was different. And so I came to Access, and suddenly unique is the new chic, like it's like celebrate your uniqueness, that's like your greatness. So now I knew I was different, and I didn't feel unique anymore. And it was like that constant, really funny, like, how can I judge myself? Like when different isn't okay, you judge yourself because it's not okay. And then suddenly it's okay, and you still judge yourself because you're not the right different. And what if actually like different is just different by definition? And what if no matter what kind of different or unique you are and feel, it's okay? And that's really what I wanted to invite people to.
Like also like all my life I was strange. I was also like different, also special, and many times weird, and also some kind of I felt like a stranger all the time. My life is to be a stranger, so I'm everywhere a stranger. And like also like what you said with access classes, with also like learning more about life, also with everything else, like I recognize maybe like this is some kind of a plus, or I see myself now differently. Like my main question is like when I see some wrongness about me, I'm asking myself for more awareness about me, like what is right about me, what is my specialty here, like what is my superpower here, what is my capacity here when I have a problem. So like I recognized also during all these classes, we are so different. And what if this difference is superpower? And like also like whole reality would like to make us the same. This is how they are functioning. Like most of the people, they would like just to sleep so they can sleep better, so they can be better in dying if everything is just the same. So they're avoiding surprises. So it's just too much for their brain if we are too different, if we are too colorful, if we are too unpredictable. So they would like to create this predictable, controllable life. And what if we don't need to control ourselves anymore, and we can be more of our uniqueness, and we can explore it, like how different all of us, how different we are. And also with these classes, like we are not trying to create more similar people. We are exploring how we can create even more different people, how we can be even more colorful, and it's just amazing.
Absolutely. It's really, really what you said about like recognizing, okay, and what I've judged as different or weird or whatever, what kind of superpower is this? And like, you know, the funny thing is, maybe for some of you it was the same, like when you came to access or any modality suddenly where you feel like you can connect to people and they're also weird like you, like, oh my god, yes, I found family, finally I belong somewhere. And then there's like that strange energy of like when suddenly there's, yes, they're also different and they're still not you, and nobody can be you, like only you know how to be you. And like no matter what you do, like even access, even whatever modality, religion, whatever, it's really you're unique you, and nobody can be you like you do. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it is like really, it's like the important thing here. The day you get this, your life will become so much easier, because you'll be also able to like embrace yourself and be like, okay, so look at yourself in the mirror and go like, hi, my name is Lorelei, this is me, and this is totally okay. And whatever you do, whatever you choose, it's totally okay. And just, yes, acknowledge your gifts and enjoy being you, being with yourself. Like, I know I have a unique way of seeing the world, and maybe some people will acknowledge it, and that's cool. And probably a lot will not, or they will judge it or whatever, and that's also cool. And so, what gift can you be to yourself when you start acknowledging you for what you are and celebrate the shit out of it? Like, woo, I'm so weird. Yes, how much weirder can I be today?
So for me, it was amazing contribution when I recognized that I'm autistic or slightly autistic, if I say it more properly, like autistic without a diagnosis. So like I could understand my life so much better. And also when I was watching some movies or TV shows with autistic people, it was the last one, the doctor, you know the doctor. Maybe I recommended it to you, the doctor. It's a TV show. I don't know what is the right title, like something about the doctor. The doctor, maybe it's the doctor. So when somebody is autistic like this, also doctor, the good doctor, yeah, thank you. So when somebody is autistic like this doctor, like, wow, I have learned so much about myself, or I could recognize so much of myself in this behavior. So I wasn't making myself wrong because I was so weird in behavior or talking or socializing or movements or body movements, you know. So what if like all the problems that you have with talking or body movements or something else, some things which are normal for other people, what if all these problems are speaking about your capacities? So also like when you read all the symptoms about people who have psychological sickness, like what if you can find yourself like in 70% of the symptoms, like in 3/4 at least. And also then when you read about different people who were geniuses, who were amazing creators, who were super talented, you read the same symptoms. So what if this disadvantage is your advantage? What if disadvantage like this, how you can't be normal, is your capacity, is your superpower, and you can ask for it so you can explore it more, so you can have more ease of using it, and you learn more how to be you. For me, it's an amazing question also, what am I? So you open yourself to more awareness, what are you, so you can learn how to be you. What we have done somehow in our life, why we had problems with ourselves, because some kind of we were all the time trying to be normal, and then when you were duplicating others, you weren't so good. What if more you allow yourself to be you, more you can be good in it. And the problem is when you are trying to be like others, you are not so good in it. You know, like also like before starting to do classes, it was interesting for me is that I couldn't talk in front of people. For my whole life, I couldn't talk in front of people, or when there was 5 people, I wasn't able to talk. So, and I was choosing to start with personal growth classes like 9 years ago. I had my first class, and I was choosing to do it like no matter what, because I was aware what can we create if I choose this with my choice. I was aware what we are creating with my choice. And I wasn't sure if I'm going to be able to talk. I couldn't put one sentence together before in front of people. I couldn't talk. Like now I know that I had too much capacities, you know, and now I know that I was changing life of people too much when I talk, and I was perceiving too much. It wasn't easy for me to talk because I was perceiving too much. And then I started to talk on this class 9 years ago, and I still didn't shut up. I'm still now talking all the time for 9 years, and I still didn't have a break. So this is like more you allow yourself to follow your way, you start to have more ease with yourself. You know how to do it, how to be you. You know how to do it. And if you are going to try to be like others, you are just going to have problems all the time with yourself. And this is also, it's amazing contribution that we can speak with people about this, like how much you are making yourself wrong for the difference you are. And also like it's my contribution, also what is like one of my jobs on this planet is that magical people like you, Lorelei, or some people here, that you get voice and you get your space here somehow. Because what was created before, like the most magical people are some people who are not supported by reality. You know, like school is created just for one kind of people. School is supporting like more people who are like intellectual just in one way, you know, like a lot of mental intellect. And then if you are intellectual differently, if you are different child, like whole reality is not supporting you so much. Like if some kind of like it was before like this, like if you are soft, you can't be so successful. Like you needed to be a fighter to be successful somehow. What if we can create the world? What if we can create the future? And we are already creating it. So more of magical children can show up and they can show what we can be. We are creating this possibility. That's why we have more and more magical people on this planet, because finally you can show it and finally somebody can listen. Finally, somebody is really interested in this and we are creating this together. So what can you share with us more, Lorelei?
No, what would you like to know, people? There's like so much to share. Maybe to get back to what you said, which is also really funny. One thing that kind of what was a contribution to me also starting to acknowledge more of me and getting out of okay, so what is not mine, is asking people or remembering how I was as a child. Because usually when you're really small, you don't really get the concept of like being anything else but yourself. So I was like looking at some stuff where I was judging myself, like for example, oh my god, I'm so shy, I'm not talkative, I don't know people, blah blah blah. And I was like, hang on a second, how was I when I was little? And I was like, one thing my mom will always tell me is like, you would never shut up. You couldn't talk properly, but like someday you just like started to talk and then you wouldn't shut up. And then I asked myself, so hey, but when did I give that up? Like when did I buy that I was shy, not talkative, that I didn't know how to talk to people? I also love to do like I love to sing and to dance, and like, you know, once you start, the info just like comes rushing in, and then you're like, wow, when did I give that up? Wow, when did I buy that lie? And then it's really cool when you really allow yourself to know, like like Harry said, what are you really? And not so much who are you, but like what are you? Then it can be like really quick to get to be you. Actually, it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to take you like 15 years of therapy or 15 years of question or whatever. Like if you allow it, it's really like a dam, and then like it breaks apart and it goes like whoosh, and then maybe it's uncomfortable for a week or two, and then you get to be you. And how amazing is that?
Like, how can I be even more different that you ask yourself all the time?
Absolutely.
Also, my main sentence in my life was, I'm never going to be normal. Like, to be normal, to be like other people was never option for me. Like, for me, I just knew it immediately that it's boring. Like, it's already created. Like, to be normal, to be like others, to create something predictable, like, or to know what is your future going to be for next 30 years. Oh my God, doesn't work for me. So I could choose only unpredictable, uncontrollable. I'm never going to be normal was main choice in my life. It's just boring. It's already boring from beginning. Why would anybody be or choose something what other people are already choosing? Let's choose something new. Let's choose something different. Let's choose something uncontrollable. Let's choose something what you don't have any idea what can show up. And it's some kind of, it's natural for me. And also, like, when you are creating something new and when you go forwards to your journey, some kind of, you learn more about yourself on these steps. When you go forward, when you are creating something new, with every step you know more about yourself. Like, you learn more about yourself with practicing yourself, how much you can practice yourself more, how much you can practice life, how much you can explore life. Maybe you can't know everything about yourself in your bedroom and you need to move your ass and you need to follow your journey. You need to follow your journey and just go forward and explore what you are. What if you are coming from the future? What if you are in the future and more you are being the future that you would like to create, more you are being you, some kind of. So, what do you know?
Absolutely. And
And
I
did you,
love that
yeah,
you, no,
yes, yes, just
yeah,
speak,
I
just speak.
just want
Sorry.
to say about boring, that is like so true. And like, how many of you know that, yes, like life of normal people is like truly so boring and bland in a way. I know so many people who just like, they're really like robots. They get up and then they have their coffee and then they have their shower and they go to work, and it's like every day is like the same. It's like that movie, like Groundhog
They,
Day.
they don't have
Yeah.
shower and coffee. They just go to job. Shower and coffee is amazing. What are you talking about?
Okay. Like they get up, they get to work, they come home, they sleep, and then they do it all over again. And like, um, yeah, like how as a child, like I would always get not lost, but like spend so much time on my way to school, on my way home, because I would be fascinated by everything. Then I was like, oh my god, look at that tree, and then I would get this distracted by a flower, and then a snail, and then I would pet a dog, and then I would see a cat, and instead of having like a 5 minute walk, entered into a 30-minute walk. And I was, at some point I would be judging myself for that, and today I'm really celebrating that, because like my life is like, I don't have to go anywhere special, do anything special to have a special day. Just like my capacity, my willingness to be like really present and to be like easily um easily fascinated by nature, trees, little insects, just like makes my day such a happy day. And something else I also notice is like the more I be me and the more I allow myself to be me, the more I can relax. And the more you can relax, also the greater your receiving gets. and the greater your whole life gets, instead of like when you're stressed, it's like that everything is like really tiny and shut down and everything fits into a box. And I think we have a question.
Yeah. So, and also like sometimes it can happen like if other people don't allow you to be you, it can be like not so nice thing. You know, like
Absolutely, yes.
you need your space, you need your like your way, you need your freedom so you can be you, and you can't be so much pushed by others. It's not so welcoming environment if you are pushed all the time by others what you should be. So like how much can we give space to each other? How much can we give space to other people so they can be what they would like to be, so they don't need to be what we would like to make them be. And it's some kind of, it doesn't work. So what if everybody can have space and freedom for themselves so they can be anything and they can follow what they would like to create in life? And many
Absolutely.
times people were pushing us somehow to be what we should be, what is expected for us to be, and it doesn't work. More and more it doesn't work, and also like some kind of, you don't allow it anymore. It's not part of your life and it's not working for you anymore. Something like that. Do we have some questions? Anybody would like to say something?
Yeah, someone asked if you could talk more about being the future.
So the thing is, like, we have many explanations, definitions what we are, some kind of some understanding which you buy also from other people, how much you are defining yourself with your body, with your name, with your past. So what if you don't need to be this? What if you can be undefined you? And also, what if you can be anything, whatever you're choosing to be? What if everything what you were also until now, what if you have created this and you have chosen this? So what else can we create? And it's so much like it's so big expansion for me when I recognize that we are coming from the future, we are not coming from the past. How much you are defining yourself that you are coming from the past, and then you are trying to change it and fix it. Oh my God, like, what if you are not coming from the past? What if you are coming from the future? What can this create? And you can also, more you allow yourself to be this future, more you pull this future to now, more you are being you. And for me, being you is a question: what future would I like to create with this planet? If I can create any future, what future would I like to create with this planet? And then when you are being this question, you are being you. You are the future. You don't need to be past anymore.
Absolutely.
Still, you can be it if you would like to.
Harris, hi Lorelei. I have a question in the French chat. Someone is asking how you can have more ease with your difference, how you accept yourself more.
I would say, like, first of all, what if it's not about accepting yourself? What if you can just start with having allowance for yourself? And allowance is really like giving yourself the space of like, look, this is where you're at today, right now, in these 10 seconds. And what if everything about that is actually okay? And nothing about that is a wrongness. And one of the tools that really helped me is like the interesting point of view. Like everything is just an interesting point of view, and most of them don't even belong to you. So you can just start by giving yourself the space of like, look, and maybe if just for these 5 minutes, what if everything was okay with the way I am, the way I be? And then you just like go like that. 5 minutes by 5 minutes, and with time you will have so much allowance you can't even remember how you managed to judge yourself, and it really comes way quicker than what you think, because judging you is something you need to put so much energy in it. It's like actually way easier to not be the judgment of yourself.
For me, it's amazing also what I lose, like when it's some limitation or when I'm not so good in something, when there is something where I should make myself wrong, I don't go into the wrongness. I ask for more awareness. What is my capacity here that I'm not recognizing? Sometimes, what if like you are not good in something because you are too good? What if you are not good in something because you have too much capacities, you know too much? Like, what if you weren't successful in some school or in some job or in some relationship because you didn't choose yourself to you didn't choose to limit yourself enough to be successful? What if you didn't do some school or job or relationship not because you are not good enough for it or not smart enough? What if you are too good and too smart and too creative? That's why you weren't successful in some things until now in your life. So what is my capacity here? And I ask for more awareness about this. And awareness doesn't need to be verbal answer. You are opening yourself to different space of awareness with yourself, to different space of creativity. What am I? What is my creativity here? What is my capacity here? What can I be now? What is right about me now? And not what is wrong. What is wrong is not so good question. So stop exploring what is wrong with you, explore what is right about you. How incredible you are, how different you are, and how hard it is for you to be what is expected for you to be. How much you need to limit yourself, diminish yourself to fulfill expectations of other people. And what if you don't need to do it? You can just allow yourself to be the wrongness that you are. Just allow yourself to be all the worst, allow yourself to be wrong. I'm so bad in all these human roles. I'm terrible in human roles. And just apologize and that's it. And get over it. Stop trying like to be better, because it's just like you can't do it. Like you're not so good robot. You can't robotize yourself so good. So sorry, I can't be so good robot. I'm weird, I'm different. Yes.
I have a question for you guys about the X-Men capacities. How to play more with the X-Men capacities.
XYZ capacities.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, just speak.
No, you want to go first?
Okay, I would like to say something and then you can say something and then I can say something. So what I like to explore about XYZ capacities is like how to be different embodiment. Like we really like we have some kind of defined reality when we are defining everything and we are separating everything. What I like at the moment to explore in my life somehow is how everything is more like smoothly and not so separated. So like what if when you walk with your body, you are not really separated from anything. It's more like a smoothie. So you don't need to be part of this very defined, solid, physical, and separated reality. Like when you close your eyes, can you see that we are much more mixed? Because we would like to be also more mixed on this class. It's a joke. So we are not so separated. It's only separation in our brain because we have this visual. So what if we are more mixed? So like you are more like, what if when you walk, you are more swimming in the smoothie and you are, nothing is so physical and solid. So, and you don't also need to see it like maybe you can't imagine it at the moment. Stop imagining. Okay, so what if you can be totally different embodiment than anybody, and like you are making, like you are, whatever you make true is going to be true. Like there is no absolute truth. So with your point of views, you are creating your reality and you are creating your embodiment, and you can have totally different embodiment than anybody what you are already having. Like what if you see the world totally differently than other people, and you can explore more of this, how you can have totally different reality, totally different embodiment. So you are in some totally different marmalades than other people. And then with these totally different things differently shows up to you. People have a lot of like defined life. That's why their life is like to be a computer robot. So only one perspective of things is happening to them. But if much more perspective of the things can happen to you, if you allow yourself to open yourself to this. So there is never only one thing going on. Also, like what was Lorelei saying, how much life is incredible now, even when she's not doing anything. Because like you have so big perspective of everything. You see so many small things, so beautiful things in every moment. And this is like also amazing contribution of all these access consciousness classes, that it's opened us to these capacities. Like when I walk in the nature, for me it's amazing, for me it's orgasmic, and it was never so orgasmic like this. And like what is more, and everything is so beautiful. Everything is so beautiful on this planet, and you start to see beauty differently. Like you start like to be it, not just to see it visually. Like, so it's some kind of, it's opening to different embodiments. Really, what if you can allow yourself to have totally different embodiments than other people? Yes, really like.
I think you mentioned quite everything.
You can just follow this, you know. Go now from marmalade and smoothie. Just go forward.
Okay, let's go. Let's finish this brunch. Okay. Yeah, it's really what Harris was saying. Like, first of all, like, yeah, don't define it. Like, allow yourself to lose all your expectations and projections of like what X-Men is, what it is not, what a capacity is, what it is not, how it looks like. Yeah, like whatever you know about Marvel and DC films, yeah, it's quite cool. But like in this reality, it probably won't show up with you like shooting lasers out of your eyes or wigs sprouting out your back. It could. What would it take? But probably it's more subtle. And it's really like Harry said, like um just ask. Okay, so like what are my capacities? And one thing I also like to ask is, how do I use them to my advantage? Because how many unacknowledged capacities do you have that while they're still unacknowledged, you just basically use them to your disadvantage? And that if you would acknowledge them, you could actually start to use them to your advantage.
Yeah. And I would like to say something to Kerstin. She wrote in the chat that her business is not working so good. What is about business? Like, what if you can allow yourself to use your capacities and superpowers in business? What if you can allow yourself to use magic? Some kind of, we are trying to create our life and business without magic, so you need to work and nothing is happening somehow. Like, what if you don't need to work? What if you allow yourself to be the magical being you truly are, the super witch you truly are, the magician, the wizard you truly are? So just create magic in your life. Just create business. Stop like waiting what is going to be created. So how much are you hiding magic from yourself? And what if you can include magic in your life, so you are creating with everything? And what is with magic really? Like, just allow yourself, so it's created, the life that you desire. Just allow yourself that it's created. And it's here. And like, we are destroying what, like we are hiding magic from ourselves. You don't want to use it. It's like it's not fair to other people. You need to be fucked up as they are, It's not fair that you are happy. And also like how we are destroying magic, like how you are destroying it when you are making everything wrong. Like when you are saying that your creation until now is wrong, you are saying that you are a terrible creator. So what if you can see your creations? This is what you have created until now. You can recognize them, and you can also recognize then how to create something else. Who created your life until now? So you can't say that it's wrong. It's your creation. It's your creation. So you can acknowledge it, and you can explore how you can create something different. What if you have created everything until now? So somehow you can't make your body, your life wrong. This is something that you have chosen until now. So what else would you like to create? And life is magical, life is beautiful. Just like open yourself to this so you can see it. And somehow we buy from other people that it's not. So we can make it wrong all the time so we can destroy our life. Just stop doing it. Everybody's doing it. So like just stop doing it. Many people around us, they are doing it, they're making everything wrong all the time, and then you just buy this and you feel terrible. Like, what if your life is not so terrible? Anything else?
Harris, I have some questions from Spanish chat.
Okay, from which country?
Well, I don't know where they are
Okay.
from. Ariana.
Maybe
Okay.
I like countries, especially now during Corona when we can't travel. I like countries a lot.
So the first, I have like 4 questions. The first one is, how can I emulate myself to work with other person, for other person that's my boss, and he judged me so much, and I cannot be normal. What can you give me a tip to start generating my financial freedom?
Okay. So one thing is what I would
Una de las
suggest
cosas.
is, yeah, like your boss is not really your boss. You are his boss. So when you are working somewhere, you are the boss, and your boss is working for you. They need to provide you everything what you need for this job. So they are working for you, not you for them. And usually people judge you because they can't resist to you. So how much they judge you because you are just too beautiful and they can't resist to you, so they need to judge you so they can control you. And what if you can use all this as manipulation? So you never fight with people, you always manipulate them. So you don't need to be in conflict with anybody, always manipulate. Like when I was having some terrible boss in some job, I was never fighting with the boss because I knew this boss is going to be still there in 20 years, and I'm going to be somewhere totally on some different place. Like I just allow them that they are having at least little joy in their life of torturing me, because
That
I
is
was
so
creating so
true.
much more. I was creating so much more in my life just by being student there, or just having some lower position in some job. For me, I was creating so much more than they are, and they didn't know it. So I gave them at least little pleasure in their life, so they can torture me at least a little, something like that. And never fight with these people because I wasn't so stupid to fight with them.
Eso no más. Okay, so another question is, how can I get off the comparison on my creations? And no sé qué. How can I show them in my classes?
What?
Yeah. Okay, let's see again. How can I get out of the comparing my creations?
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, just speak, Lorelei.
Okay, so what if you ask yourself what it is that you truly desire to create? Like, if you're really if what you're doing is like really fun for you and you truly enjoy it, it's getting really difficult to judge and try to compare it. Like, for there to be comparisons somewhere, like, what is it about your creation that's not totally joyful for you? And what questions can you be asking to make it even more joyful, to and to allow it to have its voice and to like just like speak through you, and let go of all the expectations you have and the projections, and how much more allowance, like what space can you be for your creations to be what they truly would want to be. Okay, but this is so funny. I have like so many information coming in, and I'm like, where to? Where next?
Yeah. So like what would I say? Like every creation is unique. So what people do, they are some kind of doing this in their head, in their brain, that they are going to compare things. And when you make conclusions in the brain, everything is so similar. Still, every creation is totally different. Like each, like access bars class, it's like totally different world. So what if this is your awareness that some people are going to put something in their brain, so they are going to conclude that everything is so similar, and it doesn't need to be your thing, it doesn't need to be your problem, and you can be interesting point of view about how they are creating their life. So if somebody is going to see that two classes are the same, that's not so much your thing, and still you can include it in creation, that many people are going to think about this. So what, you still don't need to destroy your life because of this. Every class is totally different, every class is unique, every facilitator is unique, and many people are going to see that it's not so unique. So what, just follow your following. Okay, just include everything, and you don't need to make anything wrong, you don't need to fight with anything, so you just manipulate with everything.
So I have another question is, so let me see.
So never allow anything to stop you, okay?
No dejes que nada te frene.
And if you are using something to stop you, it's because you already decided from before that you need to stop yourself. Yes. Español.
As somebody, the same thing, mostly it's for me, it's easy and light to create classes, but and I follow the energy, but suddenly I start to shrink myself, and I end changing the dates and the classes and giving excuses for not changing or not giving them. And
Yeah, so
I
this
start.
is your, yeah, this is your capacity. Sorry, this is your capacity. So you know how to shrink. So you are good in shrinking. You are the super shrinker. Yeah, maybe this is one of your superpowers. So what if you can watch more movies about super powerful people, like X-Men movies, Wonder Woman movies, magical movies, and science fiction movies? And when you watch these movies and cartoons, okay, when you watch these movies, you are learning about yourself, and you learn also how to create the business. So you just, next time when you are creating the business, like take your weapon, you know, take this, like, you know, how is this, like
a bow,
a,
a bow,
a bow or something. Yeah, so it's from one of the movies, I don't know, from one woman which was having this, like maybe hunting games, like the Hunger Games.
Hunger
Yeah,
Games.
hunting in the Hunger Games. So watch Hunger Games. So next time, like, took this weapon from the woman of the Hunger Games with you, Hunger Games. yesterday it's about hunger, like not having food. So Hunger Games took this weapon, and then when you are trying to get clients, just
Hunt
just do
them
that to
down.
them, hunt them down. Yeah, hunt them down. So use all capacities that you can learn from all these magical and crazy movies. Okay, stop trying to be normal and to work. I need to work
Absolutely.
now. I need to do marketing analysis and these things, and maybe someone is going to come. Just use magic. Just go out and hunt people
Yeah.
and take them. Like, you are my prisoner now, and now you need to sit on this class. Okay.
Yeah.
So
And
learn.
also, if
Yeah.
I can add something to your shrinking, how many of you have acknowledged that, like, usually when you think that, like, okay, that is a wrongness, what if that is like just one side of a coin? And like, oftentimes, if you have that capacity, for example, to like suddenly go make yourself really small and shrink, it usually also comes with the capacity of the total opposite. So what if you can ask, okay, and what is that beautiful thing behind it? And if I can shrink myself that much so greatly with so much ease, how much more ease could I have to like actually make myself really, really, really big, including my classes, my business, my finances?
Yeah. So that we can shrink ourselves. It's amazing capacity how much we can change. So like, you need to more consciously choose what you are going to be than some other people. Other people are just the same. They are more like robots, and you can be anything. So you can choose what you are going to be. So you can just choose to be bigger and happier. You don't need to shrink. So like, what are you duplicating when you shrink? Are you aware of something shrinks around you and then you duplicate it? Duplicate it. Like, one of our superpowers is that we are super aware.
Mm-hmm.
So we have capacity also to duplicate some shit around us very fast.
Yeah.
And if you're not aware that you are duplicating some shit, you can be shit for millions of years. It's not yours. Like, who does this belong to? It's for me like favorite access tool. So you just recognize it's just your awareness. You don't need to be it. And we have so big capacity of changing and being anything that you can just be anything. So what would you like to be today? And just be it. And you can choose. So what if you can stop being result and you can start to be more choice? What can this create? Did we just change the world? Hmm?
Absolutely. I love what you said about awareness. That is also something I had to learn in the hard way, to like acknowledge where I truly am. And one thing that really contributed to me is the question, okay, like, how many of you haven't acknowledged how where you are? So the only choice you're left with is like suffering your awareness. And what demand would you have to be to never ever again suffer your awareness and only use it to your advantage? Because it can really be both. It can be an incredible gift, because then you just like have a constant download of information. You just know everything, and you can walk through life like, or you can just like buy everything is yours and then be in shit up till here and just be like, oh my god, I'm drowning in shit, help, what can I do? So which one are you going to choose?
Yeah.
Aris, I have a question from the Portuguese chat.
Yes. Hello, Paulo. From Brazil. Is a question from Brazil?
Hello, yes, it's a question from the Portuguese chat. I don't know if she's Brazilian though.
Okay. Let's perceive the energy.
Yes.
Just ask.
I will. I'm just opening the chat here.
So we can't see you. Like we would like to see you.
Oh, I have a problem with my camera right now.
Oh my God. Like, can we all send a payment to him for a new camera? Because like we don't have so many boys on the classes, so we would
We
like to
just
see.
sponsor him a camera.
Yes. So the question is, I perceive that I create a lot of magic in my life, and I have killed it by doing myself wrong, making myself wrong, sorry, in the relationships. I am stuck in a story that's over, and that I still make myself wrong for being over. And I realize that this is killing my magic. What what's required for me to free myself from this relationship on which I have made myself so wrong?
Maybe this is more like a Mexican question. Like, did he come on a horse? Like, because like
Did
you
he
need
come with
some
a donkey?
horses. You need some horses for good Mexican telenovela. So, so what we do? We are trying to solve a problem, and this is how you destroy your life. Start defining a problem. Just like, what if there is so much of abundance of possibility waiting for you in the future that you never need to stop yourself to solve any problem? When something don't work, it didn't work. So just go forward. Like, what if there is so much in the future, so you never need to slow yourself, you never need to stop yourself for anything? What if you are using this problem, you are trying to solve something because you know the future is too amazing and unstoppable, so you are taking care that something stop you before starting. So like just let it go. There is so much more in the future than in the past. Just let it go. Watch Frozen cartoon.
Absolutely. I think there's nothing there to add.
Harris, there's a question here from Arab people.
Okay. From which country?
From Syria.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Let's continue to
She
Syria.
asked that yes, she asked that you know, Syria now has a war or something like that, and she wants to go out from Syria, but and she, when she waits, it's coming more worse, more worse. So she asked, what shall she do now?
I don't know. I'm not expert for immigration.
هو بيقول لك هو ما عندوش أي خبرة في الهجرة.
Somehow, like we are creating our life. You can explore for yourself. Like what is the tool that we are using? Is what is lighter is true. What is not heavy is not so true. So, what if you have chosen until now to be in Syria, and there is something that you know about this, and still you can open yourself to more awareness. Like also amazing contribution can be access mantra. All of life comes with ease, joy, and glory, and that you open yourself to future, that you just know that your future is going to be amazing. Like somehow I knew my whole life that my future is going to be amazing. Somehow I knew my whole life that I'm going to have big future. So what if that I'm here for this? I just knew it. So what do you know? And you allow yourself that different surprises can show up, and also it can be also surprising that it can be also good in Syria. Like I was also a refugee. I was a refugee from war. I was a child when we moved from Bosnia to Slovenia, and we moved because of war. And it was also created in the way the war in Bosnia, or everything what is happening, like also Second World War or something, is something what we are all creating together, and what just needs to be created. Like it's just this war. It was like the war in Bosnia. We like it was something that we knew all the time that this is going to happen. And also it could be similar with the war in Syria. Like we are stupid. Somebody was loud. So we are stupid that we are learning with problems, and still fuck it. This is how mankind is learning. So we are learning something here. Recognize what you're learning, and allow yourself that you are aware of future. Your future is different. So what do you know? And open to this future, open to surprises. And repeat access mantra 3 times per minute. Especially in Syria, you need to do it 3 times per minute. All of life comes with
At
Israel glory.
least.
All of life comes with Israel. All of life comes with Israel. All of life comes with Israel. Like also like wasn't like father of Steve Jobs is from Syria, something like that. So if he can do it, you can do it also. So the thing is, like, many people who were refugees, who had terrible life, who didn't have anything in their life, they were later super successful. So what if you know this? What if you know that something incredible is waiting for you? You can ask for it to show up and allow yourself to that it surprise you, and still you can just do it, and you can follow the way how to do it and follow your awareness. So what if you can perceive the future that you are creating with each choice? So like for me, when in any car, when you step into some car, you need to ask yourself, is this going to create more in my future? Because you can die in any car, not just in Syria, in any car all over the world, you can just die. So you can be aware what future you are creating with every moment. So use more awareness. And this is also its contribution. When we have more problems in our life, we start to be more aware. How much now in Syria you are more aware, you are now more alive, because it's not so easy in Syria. So how much you can use this to create more in life. And it's really crazy. It's crazy that people in Syria are more interested to be alive than people in Europe.
Absolutely.
It's like we need to have problems so we can choose to be alive. Like you would like to be more alive than some people here. And maybe because of this, you have better life than some people in these countries where you would like to go. Okay. Anything else, Lorelei? Would you like to say something?
I think you said it all.
Yeah.
Harris?
Harris, can I ask a question, please?
Missing Marwa was first. Marwa was first, and then Marwa, and then she was
Yeah.
just a little fast.
Harris, I have a contribution, not a question, okay?
Marwa from Egypt?
Yes, I'm from Egypt.
Okay. Yeah.
Last time we talked on the call for you with Swami about judgments, I was talking about my family and how they abandoned me because I was different. I choose to be different. And all the time, I knew that I was different and unique. And after this call, when I have total allowance to myself and I accept myself for being different, a few days later, I just got a call from them that they are sorry for abandoning me and for leaving me, and they want me to just come back.
Cool.
So I was actually surprised for that because I feel so happy actually, because I insist on my situation, and I insist of accepting myself for being different or for being unique, for being me actually. And I didn't return back or say that it's okay, I'm going to return back to your style or something like that. No. And I put on back all the thoughts I have about needs, or that I need them anymore, or I need the family for whatever reasons. I put on back all this. So magic happened actually.
Yeah, magic.
So thank you so much.
Thank you. It's amazing. So also what happened, so one of things what happened when you allow yourself to lose them, you became more interesting for them. And also everything is manipulation. They were judging you just to manipulate you. And when it didn't work anymore, they could stop judging you. Like, what if people are judging you because it works? And if it
Yes,
doesn't
actually,
work, if
that's
it's
what
not having,
happened.
if it's not having any influence on you, they start different manipulation. So what else can we create?
Yeah, what else? What else is possible?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So maybe we are really creating something with these classes.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe.
Haris.
Haris,
It was Lilian first, then.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
thank you, Haris. So my question would be, how do we use, or how can we go beyond that by victimizing us as being X-Men and not knowing what our capacities, and using the victimizing thing to stop us, something like that. I don't know.
Something like
Really.
that. So let's use awareness. What was this question? Lorelei, do you understand this question? Do you get some energy? Like, it's something about being a victim and a victimizer. And
Did I understand that correctly? Like getting out of using labels and X-Men capacities to make ourselves a victim? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like shrinking, like diminishing, like being the in the common denominator, and not yeah, it's like we hide ourselves in that, and we became the victim.
so somehow we are using everything just as an excuse. For me, all these are just excuses for some people why they don't create more. Don't allow anything to stop you and ask, what is my greatness here? So just allow yourself to be the most as you can be, and don't allow anything to stop you. And people are complicating, people are allowing themselves that something is stopping them because they don't want to create more. How much you are just pretending to yourself that you would like to create more, and then you are using some excuse. There's no excuse. Like, you can always find some excuse, especially if you are interested in excuses. So stop bothering yourself with excuses. Just allow yourself to be the most as you can be without any point of view. So what are you using to stop yourself, and what if you don't need to do it anymore? Cool.
Yes, thank you.
So when something is trying to stop you, just use your dragon's superpower. And it's not stopping you anymore. Like, make limitations afraid of you. Stop being friendly.
That's a cool one. Make limitations afraid of you. Yeah.
What girl can I be today to create too much? And you can be both at the same time, kindness and girl. So like, it's like cute little dragon.
Okay, can I now?
Yeah.
Yes. Paulo, we have Paulo.
Yes, it's just the lady from Brazil answered the question. You asked if she was Brazilian, she says yes. And she was with you on December in São Paulo in the 3-day body class. And it was totally magic. And she wants to thank you for that.
Okay. I thought that she is complaining, that class was wrong. Okay. I was already afraid. So what else can we create? And let's destroy these borders so we can visit each other more times. And thank you, for your allowing yourself that we create more with these classes. So,
we have also a German question, and it's about relationship to men. Margit is asking, how can I improve my relationship to men? And it's like they don't, I am too much, and they don't want to change themselves, or they have other women besides.
Yeah.
What
cool.
can we do?
So there is many things. So there is many questions in this question. One of the things is some kind of you can explore what works for you and explore how to create it. And like, you can't control people, you can't change people, you can only use them. So everywhere you are trying to control this person, everywhere you are trying to change this person, you are destroying relationship. That's why they are interested in other people. So like, when you give space to somebody, when you are in allowance of somebody, when you give freedom to somebody, this is how you make person crazy on you. When you are controlling somebody, how is it when somebody is trying to control you? How is it when somebody is trying to change you? Do you already prepare a gun? Almost. So start trying to change people, just use them for what they can provide. And you can be invitation to something and still they are going to choose what they are going to choose. And when you are being this, you are making them crazy. Like, allowance is irresistible.
That is very true.
And Haris, can we, one question from Slovenian chat? We have here one lady who is asking, she has a big wish to talk with people, a lot of people in front, but she's scared about talking.
Okay. Is it, like, it's a question, is it fear or excitement? It's like like we interpret energetical movement in a body, we interpret it as a fear. You don't need to say it's a fear, it's just something moving in your body when you are thinking about this possibility. It's not a fear. What if it's excitement? What if your body is starting to be happier and you don't need to say fear? What if fear is never true? What if fear is just interpretation of some energy, movement? Yes, Lorelei, you wanted to say something?
I was gonna say the thing, like, fear is never true. And it's absolutely that. Like, physiologically speaking, inside your body, fear and excitement is exactly the same chemical reaction. And then it's just like how you label it. So truly, what if it's not fear? What if it's truly excitement?
Like, what if it's excitement? Like, yeah, what if like panic attack is orgasm? And somebody was speaking here about abuse. There were some questions about abuse and control freak people. So you need to know that nobody can control you. Only you can use that somebody is controlling you so you can have control over another person. So what if you are the one who is super powerful? Like, is this control freak or somebody who manipulates you or who abuse you, is this person really more powerful than you, or you are just pretending? So how much you are pretending that you are less powerful than your abuser, so you are keeping this abuser, because like, abuser is never going to leave you. So who is the abuser, and what if you are torturing the abuser by making abuser abusing you? It's just something to explore. Yeah. What if you are the abuser? What if you are having total control? What if you are having power? Something like that. So also, like, about body, I wanted to ask you something, Lorelei, about body. Yeah. You have some kind of unique body on this planet. Different body. And I have always seen with you, like, when you talk, your body is behaving differently than other bodies. Like, you have some uncontrollable movements. Also, like some uncontrollable movements on your face. Like, really, it's some kind of, it was weird magical for me. Like, really, you have some of these behaviors, like that you jumped out from magical movies, you know, like not normal behavior. So how do you create this body? Like, did you ask yourself for more awareness about your body? How different is your body? Is your body a lot of different than other bodies?
It is. I actually never asked myself how I created it. So that would also be an interesting question. But I asked myself about more awareness, and funnily enough, one of the first things I started looking at when I began playing with the tools of access is my relationship with my body, and that has changed so much. And I really went from okay, so like I'm a brain, I think, and this body just gets me from A to B, to like, oh my god, this whole thing is like so cool. Yeah, I wouldn't know what to say about how I created. I just know that I acknowledge more and more that apparently I do have something about it, because people talk to me about it. So I'm like, okay, and what else is possible? And I really have that now. I truly do have that connection, and there are like so many things where I truly not blinded, but I have total trust in my body. For example, things like corona or whatever, no 1 minute was I afraid to like catch it or whatever. It wouldn't even enter in my universe that my body would contract it. There are like some things I just know that my body can like do everything. It changed so much. I changed so many things since playing with these tools, receiving the bars, receiving the body process, whatever, and like truly asking for that communion with it. And the more I allow it to like show itself, be itself, and contribute to me, the more magical it gets. And also the more I'm in allowance of like my weird tics and whatever, like you say, I know I do stuff, and I don't know how I do them like cognitively, but I just know I do stuff, and that like my body's constantly doing something. So yeah.
Amazing. And you were also, like, I can use it as advertising. You were also on 3 body classes with me, at least, or 4 or something.
Yes. Yes. Oh my god. And these body classes, they're so amazing. And there's such a contribution to like truly yeah, like maybe for some it's like it's literally going to be taking the first step to like talking to your body. Maybe some of you already have some kind of relationship, and then it's just to like deepen it and get from like communication to communion. Yes, and I had so many problems with my body, like allergies, intolerance, and whatever, and they're like completely gone. And my awareness of bodies is like it's totally gone like off the roof. It's really amazing. Like now I can be with bodies, and if I want to, I can ask, and then I get a whole download of information. It's truly amazing, and my body is like, it's truly like a dictionary about the body in front of me, and then I can go like, oh, okay, so this is what you had in this lifetime, and this is blah 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 and blah blah blah. It's truly amazing, and I'm like so grateful now. I wasn't before, and today I'm really like so grateful for my beautiful body, and I'm like, oh, I love you.
Good. So now we are slowly finishing for today also.
Can I ask you one question?
Maybe one, yeah, maybe one question.
Okay,
yeah.
hang on a second.
Yeah.
Karin asked how long I've been playing with the access tools now, and it's been 5 years now. And
Yes,
what was the question?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Hi, Harris. And my question is, I feel like I've been more in allowance, or pretty much completely in allowance of rejection. And it felt like for a little time, it felt like, oh, okay, I'm just me. And it changed so much energy in my life. And I felt like I was more empowered, and my choices were more contributing. And I want to ask you, and how can I use this to make more money from it?
So some kind of, sorry, Lorelei, that I need to speak all the time today. Some kind of,
Just
with all this, you allowed yourself to have your life. Some kind, you know,
Yeah.
how much before you were making your life wrong before even starting. Now you allow yourself to have your life. Now this jelly life, you can allow yourself that is growing, you know, this jelly, you know, like enjoying life. You allow yourself that is growing, okay? Just grow it more. Do you get, like, you allow yourself to have life? Now you have your life. You're not making your life wrong anymore. You just have different life. So you allow yourself to have your life. You don't need to be perfect anymore, so you can make it wrong all the time. And now just enjoy it even more, okay? Grow it even more, and include the money in this. So you include the money, allow that money can be part of it, and also learn about the money. We have many also money classes because we are contributing to cute people, so they can learn how they can have money in their life. And there are different energies, there are different awareness. What can you be and add to your life so you can have also money? Okay, and how you can create it. So just follow energy. What can you include in your life? What can you be and do now? And what awareness can you have about money so you are also having money? So you allow yourself to be something different that also creates money, which is also part of your life. And main thing is that you are enjoying your life, that you're not trying to create just money, okay? And don't now make your life wrong. So what people do, they start to create their life and still they are making it wrong. Now you could make it wrong, like there is no money. So how much people you are using no money to destroy your life? Just grow your life and invite also the money and explore how you can use magical superpowers to create the money. Watch Harry Potter again or something.
Okay.
Lorelei, would you like to add something?
it really what you said, like that, enjoy your life and get out of self-judgment. And that's like one of the main two tools that whenever I really get present, honest with myself, and play with these, it changes almost instantaneously.
Yeah.
It really changes, like that, getting out of self-judgment. As soon as you judge yourself, the energy goes like boom, stop creation, stop everything, stop receiving.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm.
if you can
That's
like
what
just
I'm.
catch yourself, like even if you catch yourself like once in a day, this will start so many things, and this will like really get that receiving rolling and expanding in truly magical ways.
And
Thank
somewhere there,
you,
somewhere there
Lorelei.
yeah, thank you.
Nice to see you.
Welcome.
And I feel
So,
that's been happening. It's like a totally new, like, life and creation has been opening up. So maybe the money is a little slower and is coming
and
already on
also
the
like
way.
to create more, allow yourself to receive even more from people.
Yes.
How much you are trying just to do for people and give to people. What if people can be contribution to you and you allow yourself to receive from people? Somehow before we learned a lot how just to give and do things for people, and we were so terrible in allowing somebody to be contribution to us. So how much before in your life you needed to take care about everything by yourself? What if you can include more in your life that something or somebody also take care about you?
Yeah.
Like how much, like when somebody is paying you for a dinner, you feel bad or you would like to do exchange, or you say I'm paying next time. Don't say I'm paying next time. Just say thank you. This was amazing. Thank you for gifting me. So learn how you can receive, and I'm also speaking for everybody here. Learn how to receive contribution from other people and be grateful for it. And you are also contribution by receiving it and just by being there with your being. So they are gifting your being, so just receive it. So how much more can I receive from people? And I don't need to give them anything back. I don't need to do anything. How much more can my life be about receiving? And this is how more magical people can show up, and you can create more, and also more money can show up, because this money is also something that we receive from people. If you are trying to do everything alone in your life, you can't receive money.
That is
So
so true.
Yeah, what can gift me today? What can gift me today is too much. Like, don't ask yourself, what can I work today? What can gift me today? Too much.
Absolutely. And also really like relax. And this is like so counterintuitive, like, no, I need to do. But like just this morning, I was like taking a walk, and sometimes you have to like push yourself, kind of like force yourself through the tools. And I was taking a walk, and I was just like, relax. How much more would I need to relax today to have way more money, way more clients with way more ease? And I just like forced myself to relax, like go and went, and I sat by the water, and I just enjoyed my sparkling water, and boom, registration rolling in. I was like, this is magical. Okay, I need to relax more. And then you're like, relax.
Yeah, and like, we are creating our clients, we are creating our business partners. So just use magic and create your amazing business partners, create your amazing clients. Like, look at our clients, like, look at my business partners. Like, just create them. Ask for it, open to it, allow yourself to invite more beautiful people to your life, and allow yourself to receive it. And more you are receiving it, more it's coming. For me, like, 3-day body class is one of the most amazing ways when you are a participant on 3-day body class, how you can create more in your business. Because you learn how to receive with your body 3 days of cuddling. And you're also being cuddling with each other. And we are not receiving it, like, especially like not with a body. Like, if you are not receiving it with your body, if you judge your body, you're destroying your whole life. When you learn how to receive with your body, it's very clear information to universe what you would like to create. More joy, more pleasure. So like, if you would like to create more in your business, just go and take a massage from somebody, some amazing massage. And you are going to have more in your business, because it's very clear information for the universe what you would like to create. And maybe if you are going to say, oh, I need to do more hard work, we are going to stop the business. So how much more pleasure can I have today, and universe surprised me too much? So maybe
That
like
is
your
a great
lunch.
question.
Yeah, so maybe your lunch is now waiting, Ines, in front of your doors already. Somebody just brought it, so you don't need to cook today. Or dinner, you are in Bali, it's already like dinner or almost breakfast. So how much more pleasure can I have in my life? And universe surprised me too much. So maybe like dinner is already in front of the door, and the masseur is already in front of the door. You just need to open the doors.
Already more than dinner. Every time I go out, I always receive a lot of gifts. This is like the magic of Bali is completely in my life. Like, I just have to be out 1 hour, and I meet even men, and I mean, everything is like showing up with so much easier. So
Yeah. So just enjoy it more and ask for more, and it's more coming. And explore the energy, how it can be also with money. For money, like many times for money, we need to be a little more terrible, little more. There is some energy which is also with the money, which is not just nice, okay? You need to have some like other animal instincts. Like, be for the money, be also little snake. Okay? Cool? Don't be just a good person, okay?
thank you.
So thank you, everybody. We are finishing now. Thank you, Lorelei.
Thank you. It was amazing. I'm so grateful for you all.
Semuanya.
Thank you.
So Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
and see you
Haris.
soon.
Terima kasih.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Harris. Thank you,
Thank you,
Lorelei.
Obrigado,
Lorelei.
Haris.
Thank you, translators.
I love you.
Grazie, Aris. Grazie, Lorelai.
Shukran.
Thank you.
Shukran, Haris.
Shukran.
Lorel.
Shukran.
Shukran,
Arigato.
Haris. Shukran, Haris. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you
Ciao.
soon.
See you soon.
Grazie, ci vediamo
Thank you.
presto.